Peace and blessings. Namaste to all light warriors, workers, and everything in between. It is I, Sophie, today, and Rutro. Yes, it's going to be another one of those topics, but this is what my channel is about, okay? We're going to discuss the things that people don't like talking about. We're going to discuss the things that make people uncomfortable, okay? And we're not doing this from a judgmental standpoint. No, we're doing this for your edification, your growth, because we're in the great revealing. Okay, so truths are coming out, information is being broadcasted, and it's important for the collective to know some of these things so that you can make righteous decisions on how you are formulating your timelines. Okay, so because it is a free will choice of yourself, you need to know the information. All right, now it's going to be a little rocky, but we're going to jump right in it. This is part 2 of the free will conundrum. Part 1, I did a little bit earlier, and I was explaining to you that free will is applicable to all, okay? And that we're dealing with agreeable versus disagreeable. And if you're going to say free will, then you really can't have the room to point fingers at other people and at the same time start expressing free will, all right? So when it comes down to that, you're either going to have to find one the other, or you're going to achieve equilibrium. So let's jump right into this. All right. Free will concept existed before Dolores Cannon. Okay. It also existed before mainstream woke culture started jumping up, coming forth, before the Great Awakening and all of that stuff. Okay. And one of the key players that pushed the free will doctrine was branded as a high-level Satanist. Okay. Yes, I said it, a high-level Satanist. And this Satanist was named Aleister Crowley. And you have heard his famous quote, "Do as thy wilt shall be the whole of the law." All right. Now it says, "Do as thou willst," W-I-L-S-T. So we're saying that it could be translated as "do as thou will it." Okay. So when we're saying will it, we're talking about what we're manifesting. Okay. He says, "Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law." Love is the law. Love under will. Okay. So let's break this down. The whole concept of what he was saying of "do as thy wilt shall be the whole of the law" was that nothing else exists but the truth that you present. All right. That we are here as free will beings. And all that matters is our life journey and our life purpose. We're here to discover ourselves. It is our will. It is our free will. This is what we manifest. And that is the whole sum of our existence right now, is to identify with your soul mission and your soul purpose, and that's it. All right. So we also see the same concept with the free will concept. The free will concept says, okay, same thing. We're here to experience our journey. We're here to experience our mission. And basically we are creators. We're creators of our reality. And what we manifest comes into fruition. All right. Now, if I told you that the free will woke movement, okay, has been associated with Satanism, how would you still look at that? All right. Because that's exactly what it was associated with. All right. Now, I'm not saying it is or it isn't, but I'm telling you that this is not a new doctrine. All right. I'm letting you know that this has been perpetuated for a while. And the reason why I'm letting you know that this is not a new doctrine is because the collective has to make choices and decisions. And you have to understand the karmic cycle or the karmic reality by each and every choice or decision that you make. Okay. There are those of us who are in alignment and agreement with free will, okay, or do as thou wilt. And there are others of us who believe in law and order, okay, and we want a certain society in that way where, there is a level of kindness where people can't do whatever they want to do, okay. And I have talked before that both of them can exist, okay, but it's only when you start to reach a higher level of consciousness that this becomes applicable to you, okay. Children have rules and guidelines before they're able to surpass these things. And they only surpass these things when they start to utilize their righteous judgment, or, they have learned it, they have perfected it, they have an understanding of it. And in this season, we are bringing forth the understanding. Okay, the understanding is necessary for the collective. So we're just not flowing with any type of winds of doctrine that is coming across YouTube, because some are very, very popular. What you need to know about the free will doctrine, okay, is one, yes, it was associated with high-level Satanists. They understood this concept, okay, and they functioned under this concept as well, okay? Do as thy wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law. Love under will, okay? Now, what you'll notice in that concept is that it says love under will. It's not above it, okay? So basically, the concept is your will, your mission, your life purpose is the top priority, okay? And then comes love, all right? So what are we saying with that? We're saying fulfill your destiny, or find out your soul path, find out your soul, your purpose here while you're on this journey, okay? And then, you can love, all right? But is that the same teachings as, our spiritual systems or our religious systems? Here's what you need to know about free will. Free will is not only, applicable to those of light and unconditional love, right? Free will is also applicable to the opposition. I keep saying this over and over again because I'm trying to get you to see something, okay? I'm trying to get you to have a higher level of understanding so that when you're teaching these things, you're responsible. All right. And we're all responsible. Any of us who are creators are all responsible to put out right information. Why? Because everybody that follows us becomes our responsibility. So I'm telling you right now that free will, okay, in as of itself can be a slippery slope. All right. If it's not just applicable to light beings, then do you have the right to target those beings to do things in the negative? Because if they're doing it in the negative, and that's what they want to do, and that's what they feel like their mission is, who are you to challenge it? Do you understand me? Okay? Listen very carefully. When we teach an all-inclusive type of doctrine or way of thinking or way of life, this is done out of pure love. Okay? This is the Creator's expression that all is accepted. Okay? That, there's nothing that you really have to do to try to earn it or anything like that, because we, who are emanations or expression of the Ein Sof, we know that we have polarities, or dualities. Okay? So you have negative aspects of yourself, you have positive aspects of yourself. The whole point of this journey is to merge from the dualities and to get into the polarities and then eventually merge into unison. Okay, this is where the dualities no longer exist, because we have balanced it out and have achieved this level of equilibrium. But until that is achieved, you're still going to have the duality here. Okay, and the slippery slope that comes along with the free will is that negative beings or disagreeable beings or dark entities can still use this to their advantage. All right, when does the slope end? Okay, we want to manifest a loving, beautiful, harmonious world. Okay, we want peace in this world, right? We don't want child trafficking. We don't want rapes and murders and violence and all of this stuff. Okay, most of us who are here that are journeying, we are working very hard to raise the vibration or the consciousness of the planet so that we can get past this. But how can you do that if you're still accepting of every type of nature that comes into your area? Now, some people are going to say, I'm coming across as very judgmental. Well, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to agree with you in the sense of this. Part of my soul journey and mission here is what I will allow and what I won't allow in my space, in my journey, in my world. Okay. And if I find something abominable, I'm not going to accept it. Okay. That is my free will choice. All right. Now, for others, they might be accepting of everything, and it's more of an all-inclusive doctrine. However, what you will find out is those who have the more all-inclusive doctrine will find themselves on that timeline, and they might not be happy with everything that goes on that timeline, okay? Because if you're all-inclusive and you're all in free will, all right, then that means you have to allow for those who do not think like you, who might not even think that pedophilia is an issue, okay? Who might not even think that, women have values and they should be trafficked. They might be on your timeline too, all right? Do you understand what I'm saying? What I'm trying to get you to understand is there has to be an equilibrium or a balance between the two to make it make sense. We want free will, okay, to explore our sovereign divinity, to understand our connection with source, okay? But does that necessarily mean that we have to achieve that by allowing anything into our space? Do we have to be accepting of poor behavior? Do we have to be accepting of bad behavior? Do we have to be accepting of corruptibility? All right. And if you said, I am not accepting that, okay, that is not what I want in my timeline, then guess what? You're functioning under law and order, not free will. All right. Let me say this to you again. All inclusive is free will. Okay. Law and order are rules and guidelines. This universe was created under law and order, okay? Love is the highest law because it's the point of creation, and everything in creation is beautiful, is balanced. You have our systems, the rotations of the sun, the moon, the stars, all of that stuff. Look at your earth. Your earth is beauty. Beauty comes from love, all right? It does. But also there are law and orders, there are principles, okay, that set this earth and our experience in a perpetual state of evolution, which should be upward mobility. And the only way that we can achieve upward mobility is to learn from our past mistakes and not repeat them. Okay? So it's just like with any other school. The issue is we're only always being presented with two. Because Earth is duality, incarnate, okay? We're only being presented with two. So you have the free will, or the do as thou wilt, okay? And then you have the religious systems or the laws, all right? People don't like the laws, okay? They thought that they was too strict or restricting for their own personal growth. I get it, okay? Because some of them was. I do understand that. And I do understand the need for the soul to express itself and reconnect back with the Ein Sof, right? I understand that divine spark that lies in each and every one of us to just know who we are. But at the same token, if you're going to go through the free will doctrine, okay, understand that there are going to be those who are not going to see things exactly the way that you, or not even close to it, okay? And there might be those who may feel like, hey, children are just a soul expression. Why can't I have them? So how are you going to fight against these people that believe that all bodies, are just meat suits, but we're more attracted to the energy? And who cares if the energy is in a 6-year-old? What are you going to say to them? Are you going to tell them that it's illegal? Are you going to tell them that that's wrong? Are you going to fight? All right? Because if you are going to take a stance against something that is not working or that you feel is unjustified, then you're not operating under free will. If you are operating under free will, nothing is going to bother you because it's going to simply be the expression of the all. All right. So this is what I'm saying to you. You have to choose very wisely and very carefully what it is you're regurgitating out of your mouth. Because unless you have achieved a certain level of understanding, you're not going to see the karmic effects behind it. What type of world do you want to live in? The third path that is not presented in the duality is the path of equilibrium, love, and law. Okay? That's how you balance it. Love and law. All right? What are some laws that will prevent you from accepting the whole free will, the golden rule? Yeah? We're wanting to treat others this way, we want to treat others the way that we want to be treated. We want to respect our our neighbors and things like that. You're going to have some societal rules in place. Okay, I don't care if you don't like the new matrix or this matrix right now. And let me clarify the matrix. Okay, let me clarify this. The matrix is not the earth. The earth is the earth. Okay, this is the planet. Everything in it grows. It's beautiful. The matrix is the system governing the earth, not the earth itself. All right. So now that we have clarified that, what we're pushing for is in each and every aeon of time, we're building upon the last one and we're trying to perfect it. Okay, as a collective by our experiences and our journeyings. Okay, so because there are popular teachings about a certain subject, if you don't utilize righteous thinking or judgment, it's very easy to fall along with the fray. But you better understand what it is that you are speaking. You better understand the repercussions, the consequences on your timeline. We achieve equilibrium when we understand that we have to have both. That there can be a free will expression of our sovereign divinity under certain rules or guidelines that will keep us from being a menace to society. What happens? Remember when I tell you to always research history? Because if not, it will repeat itself. Anytime there is a revolution, okay, what typically comes behind that is chaos, and then anarchy, and then what happens after that is dictatorship. Listen, dictatorship. All right? If you haven't figured out how to govern yourself, spend some more time in meditation. Spend some more time in that frequency of love, okay? And also practice that mental alchemy so that you can achieve the equilibrium enough to be free. Then you can operate in free will. Why? Because you've already surpassed the baby steps, the kindergarten, the elementary school. Okay? We're supposed to be walking around here with PhDs, 2s and 3s and 4s. Especially those of us who are ancient, we've seen these cycles happen before. So why are we shutting our mouths now? Okay? This is nothing new under the sun. But it's only a certain amount who are bold enough to say, listen, be careful what you are asking for. That's all. Pay attention. All right? All right? We need free will, okay? We need sovereign expression of creativity that's expansive, all right? Love and joy and fun and peace. And we want the ability to explore our nature. Yes, we do. But not at the expense of hurting others or causing chaos or death, violence. All of those things have no place in my timeline. I don't know about yours. Let me know what you think. I am Sophie. That is all. And I love you all. I promise. Bye.